Welcome to our channel. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. We value your support. We're focusing on a delicate subject today: signs of a woman's potential infidelity. This topic requires sensitivity and open conversations. We'll decipher 9 potential indicators that your partner might be unfaithful. Let's delve into these 9 signs together. The first sign is increased secrecy. This can be an indicator of emotional or physical distance from the relationship. We speak of increased secrecy when your partner becomes uncharacteristically silent about their routines or contacts. Maybe they've begun taking calls in private, or they're quick to shield their screen as you pass by. Perhaps they're evasive about their location, giving unclear responses when questioned about their day. It's essential to note that privacy is vital for everyone, but a recent noticeable shift in their transparency is worth noting. This is especially true if they act defensive or uneasy when asked about these changes. Increased secrecy doesn't always imply infidelity, but it can certainly stir suspicions. This change could be a red flag. Next, we have change in behavior, often a sign of underlying relationship issues. A person contemplating or involved in infidelity could show distinct changes in disposition. They might exhibit drastic mood fluctuations, transitioning from periods of exuberance to bouts of irritability. A usually timely partner could frequently start arriving late or neglecting responsibilities altogether. These inexplicable absences might imply they're devoting time elsewhere, possibly someone else. Still, it's crucial to understand that not all behavioral shifts indicate infidelity. Daily life is riddled with hurdles and stresses that can trigger mood and behavior alterations. Nonetheless, if these changes coincide with other indicators in this list, it may be necessary to engage in an open dialogue with your partner about your worries. After all, communication is key in addressing concerns and maintaining a healthy relationship. Observe these unanticipated behavioral changes closely. The third and fourth signs are lack of intimacy and excessive defensiveness. Take a moment and consider this scenario. You were once part of a loving, intimate bond with your significant other. Those prolonged, comforting embraces, those sweet, tender kisses, and those long, passionate nights, all were once integral elements of your relationship. But as time has passed, you've begun to feel a shift. There's an abrupt change in the atmosphere. The warmth that once flowed freely between you both now seems constrained or completely absent. This drop in intimacy could be a distress signal, indicating that your partner is slowly withdrawing either emotionally or from the relationship. However, remember that intimacy isn't merely about physical closeness. It goes beyond that, encompassing emotional connection, a sense of sharing your innermost fears and desires, and creating a space for vulnerability. When this emotional intimacy starts to wane, it may act as a signal that your partner's emotional energy is being invested elsewhere. Transitioning now to the fourth sign, excessive defensiveness. Have you been witnessing a rather peculiar behavior from your significant other? You might ask about their day or why they returned late, and instead of a straightforward response, you find yourself confronted with an unusually defensive reaction. There could be allegations of you being overly intrusive or controlling, or they might dodge the question entirely, leaving you puzzled and worried. This sudden change in demeanor can be a result of multiple factors. It could imply feelings of guilt or deception. The defensive nature might be a way for them to shift the focus away from their actions. Alternatively, it could hint that they are attempting to conceal something from you. However, it's exceptionally crucial to handle these situations delicately. Keep in mind, these signs don't automatically imply that infidelity is occurring. They could also be indicative of other deep-seated issues in your relationship, like stress, anxiety, or dissatisfaction. Hence, it is of utmost importance to communicate openly with your partner about these concerns, rather than jumping too prematurely. In conclusion, a reduction in intimacy and a rise in defensiveness can be indicators of a partner's infidelity. However, these signs could also point towards other complications in your relationship. It is crucial to maintain an honest dialogue with your partner to understand and address these issues better. These signs could suggest a deeper problem in your relationship. Moving on, we have increased attention to appearance and emotional distance. Now, it's perfectly normal to want to look your best, especially when you're around your partner. However, if you notice a sudden and obsessive focus on appearance or grooming in your partner, it may be time to take note. This could mean anything from a new, unexpected interest in fitness to an overhaul of their wardrobe or a sudden fixation on their physical appearance. This doesn't necessarily mean they're cheating, but when this change is coupled with secretive behavior, it could potentially be a red flag. Let's consider emotional distance as well. Relationships are built on emotional connections. Sharing thoughts, dreams, feelings, and activities is what binds us together. If your partner starts to withdraw, showing little interest in what you think or do, it may suggest that they're investing their emotional energy elsewhere. This emotional distance doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that might be hard to notice at first. You may find your conversations becoming more superficial, or you might feel a lack of emotional support and understanding that was once there. It's important to remember that these changes don't automatically mean your partner is unfaithful. There could be a multitude of other reasons, such as stress, depression, or personal issues. It's crucial to communicate openly about these changes and express your concerns rather than jump to conclusions. But if you notice these signs in conjunction with other indicators of infidelity, it's essential to address them. Ignoring them won't make them disappear. Instead, it might lead to further misunderstandings and damage in the relationship. In conclusion, an unexpected obsession with appearance coupled with emotional distance could be indicative of infidelity. However, it's essential not to rush to judgment based on these signs alone. Open, honest communication is always key when addressing these issues. If you're feeling uncertain or uneasy, seeking guidance from a professional, such as a relationship counselor, may be helpful. These signs may be indicative of emotional disconnection or deception. The 7th and 8th signs are secretive technology use and changes in routine. In today's digital age, technology often plays a significant role in our relationships. But when used covertly, it could be a sign of infidelity. If your partner keeps their passwords hidden, frequently deletes messages or browsing history, or guards their phone or computer like a hawk, they might be trying to conceal communication with someone else. It's not about invading their privacy, but about transparency. In a trusting relationship, there's no need for such secrecy. Coupled with this, keep an eye out for unexplained changes in routine. If your partner starts staying late at work more than usual or making sudden plans without you, it could signal a shift in priorities. These changes might seem trivial at first, like taking a new route to work or starting a new hobby. However, when these changes become frequent and unexplained, it could suggest a desire to spend time elsewhere. Remember, it's not about the change itself, but the secrecy surrounding it. If your partner is open about their new routine or hobby, it's likely nothing to worry about. But if they become evasive or defensive when questioned, it could indicate a deeper issue. It's also important to consider the context. Is this change in routine accompanied by any of the other signs we've discussed? If so, it may be time to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your partner. However, it's crucial to approach these signs with sensitivity and openness. Accusing your partner without substantial evidence or open communication could harm the relationship further. If you notice these signs, it may be a good idea to gently express your concerns and see how your partner responds. Remember, these signs are not definitive proof of infidelity. They are simply indicators that something might be off in your relationship. It's always best to communicate openly and honestly with your partner about your concerns. These changes could signal a shift in priorities or a desire to spend time elsewhere. Lastly, trust your gut feeling or intuition. This innate sense of knowing, often overlooked, can be a powerful tool in deciphering the truth. If you're experiencing strong feelings of unease or suspicion, it's crucial not to dismiss these emotions. Instead, they should be addressed openly and honestly with your partner. Healthy communication is the bedrock of any successful relationship, and it's vital to foster an environment where these conversations can take place. Intuition, however, isn't a definitive evidence of infidelity. It's a signal, an alarm bell ringing in your mind, prompting you to delve deeper to seek more information. It might lead you to investigate further, to ask more questions, or even to seek couples counseling. This can help address any underlying issues in the relationship that may be causing these feelings of uncertainty. Remember, your feelings are valid and should not be dismissed. These are the 9 signs that your woman may be about to cheat on you. To recap, we've discussed increased secrecy, changes in behavior and routine, lack of intimacy, defensiveness, a sudden focus on appearance, emotional distance, secretive tech use, and trusting your intuition. Remember, suspicion alone doesn't confirm infidelity. Approach the situation with sensitivity and open communication. Seek professional assistance if necessary. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, share, and like this video. Stay tuned for more informative content.